Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. Happy Monday. I hope everybody slept well. I am working on my Mother's Day gift guide, which I'm going to post for you guys later. Say good morning. Say good morning. Okay, so I have lived through both phases of life. There are, I believe, two phases. There's survival mode and then there's living. So there's surviving and there's living. In so many different situations in my life, my body, my mind, my heart went into, I hear you, buddy, went into survival mode. I remember after my father died, it was like my motherboard shut down and I became numb and I just went through the motions. I was in survival mode, basically. I didn't have a passion for anything. I didn't have a desire for love or good food. I didn't care about the music. I was just surviving. And then eventually I started to feel a taste for life again. It took a long time because I was numbing myself with the wrong men and substances and the wrong friends. So when you are filling yourself with empty calories, right? Low fat love, as we call it. Empty calories. It's not sustaining for your body. You're surviving, but you're not really living. Once I came out of that and started to go, oh, I want more for myself. I want to live. You start to feel that fire again. And at first it's a little scary the first time you feel it, but you start to recognize it. So, and then I've had that in other instances when relationships have ended and my body shuts down and goes into survival mode. I remember the relationship I was in before Michael. It was so damaging at the end for me. My self-esteem was destroyed and I didn't know how to build it back up myself right away. So when we finally ended the relationship, my motherboard again went back into survival mode and I was just going through the motions. I was there, but I wasn't there. I wasn't really interested in anything. I was just trying to survive the days. And I wondered if I would feel that way forever. And then I met Michael. And, I didn't see him again for a year, but over that year, I was still in survival mode, but I was starting to come out of it. And when I saw him again a year later, I felt butterflies, but like full body butterflies, not just like stomach butterflies. And it was like I realized that I was coming back to life, that I wanted to live again. I was ready to love again. I didn't know that it would be him necessarily. I didn't know how it would all work out, but I knew that it was coming for me, that I was felt ready to live again. I was coming out of survival mode. And we would go to eat and food tasted good and I was interested in wine and I wanted to hear what he had to say. And I remember sitting at a table with him on our second date thinking, I feel alive for the first time in over a year. I am not in survival mode anymore. I am living. The same thing happened with Ace. Okay? I had Jordan, my dog, for over a decade. Putting Jordan to sleep, the only way that I could process that amount of pain, and some of you may be thinking, oh, it's just a dog, but like, no, was to go put part of my heart in survival mode. I shut down against dogs. I convinced myself I didn't like them. I was over it. I wasn't a dog person. I was just a Jordan person. Like, I just went into survival mode. And something happened. I started to look on the Doberman rescue sites online and see pictures of dogs. And at first I would just be like, oh, they're cute. But then I started to feel something like my motherboard was coming alive again. Like, could there be space in our family to rescue a Doberman? Is it the time? Could I love again? Could I let another dog in my home? Would I love another dog again? And then I agreed to go meet Ace. And I went and met him, and it was the same feeling. That feeling of just living, feeling alive. I wanted to pet him. I wanted to let him kiss me. I wanted to baby talk to him, and I wanted to walk him on a leash and feel all of it. And I felt alive again in that regard, and I knew that it was time. Ending friendships is the same way. There is a time where you end friendships and you go through a process where you're in survival mode. Your mind plays tricks on you. It just keeps going over and over and over again. The good times, the bad times, how it ended, why it ended. Did you overreact? Did you end it too soon? And you keep going and you're in survival mode. You go out with other friends and you sit there, but really your mind is with the situation that happened. You can't focus on anything. It's like you're consumed by the meekness, the bleh of it all. And then one day you start to feel okay about it. And you know you made the right decision and you feel confident about it. And you go out with your girlfriends and you feel present and you laugh and you drink wine and it tastes good and you eat food and you order the cake, and it all starts to come back, because in life there are ups and downs, and if there aren't any, you are dead. So we've got to ride it, and our body has a way of going from survival mode to living. So we go from surviving to living, and it ebbs and flows. And in heartache and in pain and disappointment, you will shut down and go to survival mode, because your body and your mind and your heart are going, okay, we need to preserve what we have to sort of get us through the heartache. And then we will come out and have that taste for life again. I promise you that if you are surviving right now, the living will come back. You feel like you're sitting in the dark, and I am telling you, the light is coming. I promise you, you will love again. You will like again. You will find the taste for life again. I promise you. You will not stay in survival mode forever. I love you so much today. Have a great day.